guess what? We found the broken mic again. I promise if we make it to the end of all this project, we'll sort the things out. But anyway, if you want to help in any way, check out the description. Send me a mic. Anyway, this is it. This is the last push now. We need to get this end of this video either an MOT or we're ready to go for an MOT. That's it. We've got loads of little things to do. Time to crack on. Yep, we've got, in this session of the video, I've got an hour, so don't have long. I'll be coming back a bit later, which is good, I hope anyway. So we took off the seat mounts and the seat belts were already off anyway, so we painted them up a little bit with a bit of hammerite, clean them up a bit. We're going to bolt them back in because that's quite a simple job. We've got the windscreen down here, may try and fit that. Did Pete mates the other week. Did actually go a lot easier with two people, surprisingly, but I'm only here by my one. So we'll try it ourselves maybe. Yeah, just start getting some bits bolted back in. We got the black trim to go on the windows. I've got the rear side window going, so we can get all the windows in now. I've got the brake. I've got my adjuster spanner, so we can adjust the rear brakes. Wheels can go on. Maybe sorting out new tyres at some point, but for now we'll have to just run with the old ones. We'll just try and sort of clean them up a little bit. Got to detail the engine bay, but again that's optional. But we'll try. Got all the dash to fit. I had a bit of a panic the other day that my dash that I got sent to review, the digital dash thing, the stereo wasn't going to fit because it sticks out quite far. Doubled in one, but actually there's loads of them. We've got to get the top dash rail back in as well. Before that goes in, we've got to make some brackets to mount the dash because the old ones were completely rusted. I think one's still in there, flopping about somewhere. Gear stick gator to go back in. So many little jobs. I've got to put the right size battery in really. I've got a big one in there which squeezes in but not right. Airbag to go back. Oh. Lots of little jobs. Let's see how much we can get done over this next week or so in between things. But the first thing first, let's get the seat brackets back in and the seat belt points in. And then, so we need to cut holes in the floor, hole in the new carpet for that. And go from there. Let's see if we can then bring the seats back because they're waiting. They're being sort of cleaned at home. Wanted to get them all recovered, but that went all out of the budget and window and everything like that. So, yeah, go on. Let's get the bits bolted inside. Well, surprise, surprise, everything doesn't go as easy as you always think. Putting the bolts in is a little bit harder with the carpet. You've got to cut it a little bit and try and make a hole. You can't see what you're doing. Anyway, stupidly, I say stupidly actually, when I took the brackets off the other week, I noticed that one of the bolts was missing. And I thought somebody had just undone it. It was where the repair was on the other side. Didn't think anything of it. Should have thought something of it. The same as I should have thought something was wrong with the brake hoses on the front. I must stop and go, why is that different? It's because somebody had tried to take them off before and snapped the head off. So I've just gone to try and put the last bolt in. Can't find the hole. Dig a bit of the carpet out. There's the broken off stud. It's UNF. I've got the taps and dies somewhere. Don't really want to get in there and drill and weld a washer on. Hopefully you can still hear me. There's grinding next door. And yeah, so we're going to park that for the moment. And we've got about 10 minutes to go, so I'll see if I can fit. I don't know what I'm going to fit, but you'll see it in the video. Sit rep, had some lunch, been back, done stuff, done dog sitting. Still haven't lost my mic. Should have sellotaped it to my forehead, be better. I'm going to ignore the stuck bolt for the moment. I'm hoping that the night fairies will come in and fix that. And we're going to try and play on the dash. Try to get some of the dash put back in. I want to put the top dash rail in, check because I need to make some mounts, I think, for the dash and get all the stereo and things. Let's do something nice, I feel. But before we do that, we've got to connect up the hoses, air vents and stuff like that because that's all behind the dash. And then we go from there. So sorry about if you can hear noise at all. It's very busy next door today. It is a Saturday, but hey-ho. And we've 3D printed some bits and bobs, so let me just show you something. This is out of Lemmy. It's the gear stick holder. Gear stick, grommet thingy, whatever the word is, and cup holder. Could just bolt that in or do something with it, but don't really need these bits that go onto the mini dash. Most of you don't really need the thing at the back here as well, it's just in the way. So what I'm thinking of doing, or I've started doing, is, as you can see, these bits come off. So we can basically measure this up, get rid of it, and then we 3D print new bits to go on. So this is what I'm doing at the moment, is just what I do is I like to print very small bits first, check the fitment of things, and before keep printing and designing the whole lot. So that's what we're doing, so we need to test these in a minute. Anyway, mostly another side distraction that is not needed, but also it can be parked, it can be just done something. It's one of my little side quests. And yeah, what I might quickly do is just use the iPhone and do a 3D scan of this area. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But then we're going to get on and put the dash vents in, so that's what we're going to do next in time lapse. Okay, top dash railing. Took the opportunity, while I should have done earlier, is get some sound deadening on there. Thanks to the sound deadening shop with their Silent Coat products. 10% off in the description if you check out my code. Matt Green 16, I think it is. I've used a little bit of this. They've sent me some under bonnet liner. I'll put some out on the bulkhead because the piece they sent me is for obviously a normal size car bonnet, which can do at least 2 minis. So yeah, that'll do. Cut a bit of sound deadening. I think they do some proper bulkhead stuff as well. Yeah, got the check straps in as well. They needed to go in before the dash goes in. I'm just working out what I should have done. Was the stereo came with a GPS antenna, so I'm a little bit stupid now. I should have tried to run that up into here, but I haven't. So it may have to just come out and go on the windscreen or something like that. Go down here for the moment. Anyway, what's next? Vent hoses in. I've got a 5 ASS electronic box. I think it bolted to the bulkhead, but I think we'll just use a bit of double-sided. Get rid of that. I thought there was a big ISO connector for the stereo, but I can't see one at the moment, which is very strange. I thought there was one. I feel that maybe it's just some weird connections. Alright, and then yeah, got this in. I just need to bolt it down now. I may have to make a big spreader washer for the centre one, but let me get that locked down, and then we can see how the rest of the dash is looking. Well, with much merriment, we got our first test fitting going. It didn't look too good to start with, but I didn't have any brackets, so I've had to make some brackets up. Bit agricultural brackets, well, they always were anyway. Still got to remake the middle one a bit, because the side ones can be just flat, but this one needs to be a bit angled to a little bit bent. But anyway, it goes in. It's as good as production. Whoa, look at that glove box. What a useful size. Could do with 3D printing that, couldn't we, really? And making a bit more of a lip. Anyway, let's get the stereo just to see what that looks like and see if it even fits. It's all going to be a bit of a jigsaw puzzle on how, in what order this all goes in, because I was using the stereo hole to actually get to some of those, and I was also using the dash hole. That looks alright, that don't look too bad, does it? And then again, I can't tell if this is supposed to go in after or before, it's got to go in before because that hooks on. Maybe you could drop the column down. Don't want to do that though. Anyway, we're going to sit and contemplate this for a second. I'm going to try and 3D print something that's going to be a phone mount in the end. Yeah, getting there slowly. Well, welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, since we videoed and done anything on this car. We had a slight side quest to do with the daughter's camper van. She was off to Riat 2025. She wanted a viewing platform for when she camps there next door, so she can sort of sit on the top. So yeah, we went on a little side quest, got hold of a roof rack that didn't fit a Vivaro, had to 3D print brackets to make that fit, took some bits off the roof rack that wasn't needed, then fitted 2 big solar panels to help power our fridge, and that's all cool now, sort of good 150 odd plus watts now in the sun, easy. And then we built a viewing platform out of some pallets and decked it all out. I'll try and insert some pictures here, Madison, show us what you're doing. A couple of pictures from the show as well, the helicopter explosion one, that was cool. And yes, so she had a good time, hopefully. But today, it is Saturday of Riat. Pissing down. We're not at Riat, obviously. We did go up there for a few days to spend time with her, spend time with the other daughter as well, who was living nearby at the time on holiday. So we're back in the rain to try and crack on with this. I've left my drill at home because I took a load of tools home to do the Madison's roof. So hopefully we don't need too much drilling. What we've got to really do, the first job, is to get into dirty clothes and change and get that nut, the bolt out where the seat mounts, because we brought the seats down because I want to get the front seats in. Work on the dash, see if we can get that all tidied up, get all the door panels on, see if we can get back on the wheels. I've got a new stainless steel clamp for the exhaust that we can put on. Maybe even start detailing the engine base. Sort of got a whole day down here, but it is raining, so I may have to go nip out and pick the wife up from work if it's really coming down. Still a few hours before that. And a side project popped up on Facebook last night, which is I've got a few dream cars that I have since a child. I had the old posters in my car, in my thing, and a lot of them are kit cars as well because I used to send off for the things. So this one isn't a kit car, but it is one of my ones I've wanted. I nearly tried to buy one when I was 18, 19, stupidly tried to get a loan. They said no. Surprise, surprise. I don't think it'd even fit in my garage at the time. Anyway, if that happens, we may have to do a bit of a cull on some things. Because needs must, it is what it is. You know, you go for your dreams, don't you? But anyway, back to this dream for the moment. We need to get this sorted and out of here. Let's see how far we can get. Come on. Okay, we sorted out the wiring. Somebody had chopped off the ISO plug. I don't have a spare one. I tried to check all my other cars. They don't have them. So I've just used crimp connectors for the moment. I was just testing the stereo there. Bit of hill climb. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted on that. So that's good. That's buffering. I made a balls up of this, but it's done. I've had to re-weld a nut into the box section. This stuff does not like heat. It just melts. So that's very annoying, but it's on there now. I'm just going to ignore it for now. Did the exhaust clamp. So yeah, got this wiring done. So we need to remake some of these brackets slightly in the middle one, and see if we can get this dash a bit further in. Yeah, popped a fuse, but all fun. It's just a slow progress. Okay, just popped that rear window in. Just adjusted the brakes. We're getting closer and closer. It's starting to look really cool now, I think. Even with all the little mistakes I've made over the past. That sort of the rubber shrinks over time. We've got the dash in. I don't know if it's going to be in for the final time. Got the air vents connected up. Got the stereo wired up, got the USBs sorted out for the moment, got the immobiliser light plugged in. It may well have to come out, but we've got the brackets sorted for now. I've still got to put that big pipe in, which maybe I should have done earlier when the steering rack column was out, steering thing. Anyway, we'll go pick the wife up because it's quite wet, and yeah, we'll come back. Oh, next door's very noisy today, so hopefully you can hear me. I've got the console, the steering column shroud on, I've got the fuse box screwed back in, I've got the pipe sort of in, I think, underneath the steering column, up above the steering column. I've still got to do the gaiter yet, but that's easy enough to do. Cleared out the car a little bit. I bought some floor mats because I thought that would be good for covering up the bad flooring that I've done, the carpet job. So these come from Vehicle Mats UK. I'm not sponsored at all. I paid full price for these, but they did allow you to come with options for different thicknesses, different colours. There's a strand there, but we'll cut that off. Yeah, so I've got the rear ones and the front ones. I've got the dog's name, the daughter's dog name on that one, daughter's name on that one, in case she forgets it when she gets pulled by the police. And yeah, they're quite good on the back. These back ones as well, they've got like a little grippy thing on the back there, so it's sort of, you can feel them getting stuck to the carpet as they move, which is a good thing. And yeah, I think they finish that off nice. We got it on its wheels. Still need to do the front split pins on the hub nuts, but now they're done on the wheels, I can now torque the nut up and then put the split pins on. You can do it with somebody helping you by putting your foot on your brake. Yeah, gave it a bit of a dust off. It's not a proper wash yet. I went to put the wing mirrors on, then realised I should have maybe checked the lenses before painting them, because one had a crack in it. So I'll see if I can get some new lenses. If not, we'll have to get some new wing mirrors. Still the engine bay. That's pretty much, now we've sort of worked all the way to the front now. We've just got our prototype grille that we're going to put on and detail the engine bay. I've booked an MOT for the end of the week, so I don't know if I'll do that in this video or not. We'll have to just see how much this time is. But yeah, the tint's looking good. You can sort of see in, but not too bad. Haven't touched tint on the front one yet. It's whatever the standard tint is, if there is any. But yeah, I do like that. I leave the arches off at the moment. I can get away with it. I think I'm running very thin standard Rover wheels, 4.5s or whatever. They're not very wide at all. I will sort out some new tyres soon as well. That's on the list of things to do. I've got to put the filler strip in ideally. You don't really want the window popping out. Look at that. Dark! That's all good. Sunroof, all good. Notice a slight issue with having BMW sunroof. The seat don't go up very far, but I have put the seat on the furthest setting back, and I expect actually if I tilted the seat forward it would actually go forward as well. But to be honest, I'm struggling to get in this car, so I think I may purchase some adjustments brackets to move the seat back further. No one's really ever going to use a rear seat. It's just going to be as a parcel shelf. Clean the dash up a bit, fitted the door pockets, door handles. Still got a little bit of trim to do yet and try and find that. I've still got the gear stick gaiter to do, but that's not an issue. Just painted some of the screws on that. I won't bother with the BMW one just for the moment. I'll figure that out at some point. So yeah, I've got the dash, got a bit of sound deadening to do on the bonnet. I'm still a little bit worried about the bonnet, because I did fit it obviously when I was making the whole stuff, but I have this very habit of when I sort of finally do these things, I realise that something didn't fit. And if the bonnet don't fit, yeah, I'm going to scream a lot. I've screamed quite a few times through this build, so, but anyway. Yeah. On your set of plugs, I've got some oil to do and a service. The service could wait till after the MOT, to be honest. It's not the end of the world. Get it, you know, because I literally haven't driven this damn thing yet. I only just freed the clutch up to get it at the paint shop, and then I reversed it off the trailer when I brought it back here. So yeah, we haven't even done any proper miles on it at all, even a test run. So that's definitely one of the next things we've got to try and squeeze in this week. Yeah, looking good. Okay, we're going to try and detail this mini engine bay. If you've been not watching along, check out all the previous videos of me actually turning this from a rust bucket into what it is now. But we're going to detail this. So I've watched YouTube videos, makes it look simple, doesn't it? I've watched videos on how to tint windows, it looked simple, it wasn't, and luckily the rear windows on these, anyway, are flat. The rear ones I didn't have to shrink too much. But anyway, detailing the engine bay, I see you dry clean it a couple of times, you know, dust it off, hoover it out, brush off as much dirt as you can, because there's no point getting it wet first if it's still dirty. So try and get as much dirt off, so then when you wash it, there's less to make a mess of. Give it a good wash, and then we go over with some black type stuff to turn things nice and black. And we've got some paint to do on the engine block, and maybe do something with the alternator, we don't know. I started 9 months ago. I bought an air filter because it was missing one, and I detailed that, and that's looking pretty good. I also sorted out myself my own stainless steel black bolts and washers and rubber washers to make a little kit to mount this on, because I didn't have those as well. And I thought, well, not make them stainless. Stuck them on eBay, haven't I? If anybody wants one, go check them out. All right, let's start doing a bit of hoovering. Okay, last push. We did a bit of cheating off camera. I popped down here the other day. Hopefully the microphone's ignoring the revving transporter out there who's trying to have issues. Whipped the cam cover off because we've painted the rocker cover. Cam cover. Cam's the down low. It's not a cam cover, is it, Matthew? Rocker cover. Touched up some bits on the inside of the engine bay. I've done a bit of just a dust down and a hoover down. Painted the front of the block where it was all rusty, so that's all black now. Maybe not the correct colours, but we're going that way. We've got the alternator. I put a bit of paint on as well because I thought, why not? And as I said, the cam cover, and I've done the header bracket as well. So that's all sort of cheated off camera. We just rushed down here the other night. I put a little bit of black stuff on the wheels, tyres, just to make it look, because of my overspray the other day, and now I think that's looking pretty cool. New tyres are to come soon. Yeah, so engine bay, we've got to get it on with it. Right or wrong, I hand brushed a bit of the alternator. Maybe I should have sprayed it, because I'm not too sure if it looks worse now with brush marks. We'll worry about that a bit later. And then I've got the wire wheel on the thing, and then I did a bit of hammer white on that, and that looked quite nice. So we've got that, and we got the header tank bracket cooling off. Okay, I was just trying to clean the bulkhead as much as I could because I needed to get the wiper motor in. I ended up painting my nuts black because I couldn't find any. And there for the windscreen wiper arms. 3D printed my own bosses in the end because I didn't want to buy any, so see how long they last. Done them in Pettinger. And I also printed myself a spanner so I didn't damage the paintwork on my nuts.
Okay, we're slowly getting there. Rain poured down a second ago. Need to do the alternator belt up. I'll put a new filter on, fill that with oil. I'll drain the rest in a bit. Started putting the ECU bracket back on and finding the screws and things for that. The 5AS box, whatever, the relay box. That's that. Still got to do some bits there. Still got to do a bit more cleaning. Just rested the air filter on for now, just to see what's what. So I need to get maybe some of those wires slightly lower. Dust is already getting on it. That's not looking too bad. I think I'm going to try and put some sound insulation down the sides there to try and hide some of that mess and try and do a little bit at the back there as well, if I can. So wiping motor back in, should test it really, haven't even tested it, so being knowing my luck, it don't even work. And I'll have to all come back out again. So yeah, we're getting close. I've got an MOT booked for the end of the week. Will we make it? Don't know, never driven the thing yet. But I'm trying to make this video like nearly the end of it. And then the next video will be, regardless of the MOT, I'm going to sort of reveal it to the daughter. That's the idea. Alright, I'm heading home. Okie dokie. Daughter's going to come down in a minute. I don't know if we're going to already add that little bit on future mat there into this video or not, but we may do, may not, Madison. It's up to you. Top hose into the water pump. The clip had broken, had to fix that. The fuse broke for the fan. That wasn't working. I still haven't had it up to proper. Well, I've had it up to temperature, but it hasn't done a cycle yet. It hasn't come back down again yet. But we've got MOT end of the week, so we've got a bit of time just to fiddle with a few bits. We're going to give it a clean. Might put a couple of scratches in it because I'm useless at cleaning it. Stupid me. But they should polish out, and I'll get a proper polisher to do it because I'm just no good at that. We just stuck the headlight rings on for now, just to make it look a bit pretty. Giving it a tidy up, giving the floor a tidy up around here so it don't look too much of a mess. Time to go get the daughter and show her the car. 10 months later. Did she know? Who knows? She's very smart sometimes. Sometimes. I can take it back if you don't like it.
I don't, you know, this is that.
You didn't know, yeah.
No.
Oh, that's a surprise, isn't it? That's what you're supposed to know.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, that's what they are on the BMW Minis. I've tried to get rid of all the chrome. There's only a couple of little bits of chrome left. So all the chrome trim around here, it's all black, black on black, black pack as we call it. Black wheels. Yeah, made little logos up. I never finished the spinners.
I was going to say, yeah, that's upside down.
Tinted that rear window, tinted that back window. Tinted the front ones as well at some point. Black, oh yeah, all the windows are tinted out. I've got like Range Rover type badges.
You paid this, or did you make it?
My mate Paul, I could have done it though. It's just expensive, but this is the original Mini colour that comes with this car. It used to have a white roof, but we went black with it. I thought that looks better.
Is this the original interior?
Yeah, I wanted to get it all.
97?
Yeah. But can you see the floor mats?
They say my name on them, Mum.
See the passenger side one?
Oh, it says Cody! Cody, it says your name on it! Yeah, look, do you want to come look? Look, so you've got this one that says Deanna, and then that one over there. 100. That says your name, Cody! What do you think?
So go over the passenger seat, Cody. So if you try
There you go.
Okay, another week's flown by. I got a new expansion cap. Think it's good. The expansion bowl does expand, which looks a little bit bulgy, which we'll see how that goes. They are old, and maybe it's too much pressure, but I think it's just maybe old, so I may have to invest 80 quid in bloody buying one of them. Anyway, we've got a list of like 4 or 5 tasks left to do. We've got number plates to fit. We've got seatbelt to bolt down. We've got the battery to clamp, and we've got to do that stud that's broken in the bonnet hinge. And I think we're nearly there, and then we're ready for off to an MOT, which we're booked into for tomorrow, 5:30. So could do with giving this a little bit of a spin around and double check up to temperature and things like that. So yeah, let's crack on. Let's do the horrible job of the bonnet hinge. Okay, seatbelt's done, welded a new stud on, took ages finding a nut, adjusted the bonnet, couldn't get the bonnet to shut and stay shut, then I realised it was missing a spring on the actual clip, you know, where the plunger goes in, so yeah, undid all that, got the spring on, and surprisingly the bonnet stays shut. Bit of dirt on my nose, bit of dirt everywhere. Washer's filled up, the check valve leaks, that stops sort of fluid coming back through, so I've just removed that for now. The washers do work, but they do drain back as well, but at least they work. So I need to sort out another check valve for that maybe. I've got something on the scrappers around here, we'll have a look. And yeah, so I think we wrap up today on this. I'll still continue the video because I think I'll wait till I get an MOT and we can do some fancy shots, hopefully out and about, maybe, who knows. And then that'll be call it. In the meantime, I've got to get Lemmy ready because he's been sold pending collection and payment. But yeah, bye bye Lemmy. Looks like it's going to go to a good home. Fingers crossed it is. Seems like he knows what it really is. You know, no tyre kickers and all that type of rubbish. Basically, you're buying it for parts, and if you can make something of it, great. But yeah, needed that, and we've got to get rid of either the Swift and or Frank. He's got to go. The bucket list cars cropped up, and yeah, it top trumps all those. Anyway, tomorrow, MOT, I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe it's just me, but I feel that this should flow more, but maybe it's normal. Maybe it is quite a small radiator. Let me turn the hose on. Turn the hose on, and then we'll pump it in the top. And then it hasn't come out yet, hasn't come out. It starts overflowing, still hasn't come out. Now it starts dribbling out. I don't know, I feel like I should get more than that, but I could be wrong. Block the end, letting some of this stuff soak. I don't think it's that powerful. It's only stuff you can get from Halfords, and it says it's got no acid in it. And give it another wash in a minute. I've just finished swearing. I've just been effing and jeffing for the last minute or so. I had a friend reserve me a radiator up at Mini Spares. Yeah, 4 hour round trip, nipped up there, bang, got it, Saturday morning. Cheers mate, excellent. Grabbed the box, brought it home. Got home. It's a side mounted rad, isn't it? Nah, mistakes happen, but I'm kicking myself more than anyone else because I should have just opened the box while I was there. I was chatting about YouTube and all that one night. And I should have just opened the box just to double check. I didn't. I needed a wee. I grabbed the box, said goodbye, thank you, came home. New rad turned up. Water in the old one. Overflowing out the top. Oh, and then it's now dribbling out the bottom a little bit. That's actually even got more blocks sitting there for a few days. Water in the top. Water coming out the bottom. No overflow at all. Excellent. Let's get it. We've got to swap the fan over and get it fitted. Test drive, temperature, perfect. Fan comes on a lot, but they do for the MPIs. They're a bit harebrained like that, but the temperature gauge was below what it should be. I haven't put the thermostat back in yet, so it will run maybe a little tad cooler. Temporary grill at the moment, prototype grill. Yeah, very pleased with that. Got a problem with the tick over, getting high, building up high. Somebody said it's the idle control valve, so I did try and take it out the other day and give it a bit of a clean. Not much you can do with them. I might just have to order up another one, surprisingly. So yeah, if I start it on now, revs are low. Give it a blip and drive it, the revs then stay at 2k and just really hard to drop below that. Turn the ignition off, bang on again, bang, straight down to what it's supposed to be. So yeah, we've got the sunroof open. We may just add a little video to this of the daughter driving it tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, we're going to swap it back round with the Scamp, bring the Scamp back across with the Scamp picnic very soon. And yeah, thank you very much. And it's time to go get the new project underway. Wow, we've got loads of little jobs still to be done. Not loads actually, but a few, but they're never finished, are they? So I think you can say this is as best finished as you're going to get from me. Got the sun visors to fit and a few other little bits and bobs, steering column, gear stick gator. But anyway, like, subscribe. Yes, we finished a car.